Alright, so we're going to do Breakout from the 4-in-1, Kaboom, and Super Breakout. Original carts. These are NTSC copies, just to be clear. The first set of paddles I'm going to use will be the standalone ones. These are lots easier to turn. And we'll see how we do. This is a vanilla 7800 plus, so it's just running the 2.0 firmware, because I don't have a Windows machine that I can upgrade this with, and I do not do people beta testing for them as a rule for any software at all. So until there's a final and an installer that works on my platform of choice, I am not partaking of any updates. All right. We've got our paddle plugged in and power on. And no extension cords being used here. I know people have had some problems with this, but I swear to God, I don't. Maybe I've got, Atari's QA sucks and I just got lucky and got the good ones. And I'm tracking just on the start screen. There is a barely perceptible amount of stutter. My paddle will go all the way to either side. Possibly goes a little further on the right, because you can see the paddle is kind of merging with the border there. So there's a tiny bit of stutter, but I find this perfectly acceptable. And I would not question whether or not it isn't part of the original game code. I would find it very difficult to say with certainty, oh, it's the hardware, or oh, it's the firmware. Because these things are mechanical, folks. They're not perfect. And I know that, the standalone run of these paddles, Ben of Play On the Atari Age forums has confirmed that they are using different potentiometers from the pack-in one. I'm not having a super great game here. But again, I'm not faulting paddles, it's just my own trying to talk and play at the same time that's causing this. I've hit the magic zone. Alright, so enough of that. Move to something that's a little more finicky, famously. I mean, Breakout is one of those ones that's kind of up and down. But Kaboom is definitely a game that people found. I mean, I could play it, but I would admit on the 2600 plus that with a 1.0 firmware, it was not super great. It was failing to play in a way that I found acceptable. And again, very slow speeds. It is stuttering a little bit, but oh, that one got past me. Oh, man. I mean, with one paddle at this difficulty, but or one bucket. But again, I'm not going to fault the control here. Those are ones that I just missed. That was pretty good. I mean, not my best game, to be sure. And of course, Super Duper Breakout. Pipe cavity. Tracking again at slow speeds, there is a little bit of a stutter. The paddles go all the way. Again, the right side, it seems like the paddle merges a little bit with the wall. I don't know if that's original code or what. So there's a little, you can see a little jump at the end there. Is that a firmware thing? Is it a potentiometer thing? Is it a game code thing? Because Super Breakout was, by some accounts, never super precise. Who knows? Can I play an enjoyable game of Super Breakout with these paddles? Yes. 100%. One of the first things I did when I got this 7800 Plus was to give it a whirl, and I did find it better than the 2600 Plus in terms of the feel. Although even that console I didn't feel overly hard done by. That one I definitely missed because it jumped at the last second there. That was kind of annoying. I take back everything I just said. Burn, Atari, you awful people. How could you destroy my child experiences with these paddles? Oh man, okay, we're getting it. Oh, just missed. So close. Let's see if I can. I like to. My usual gauge for am I having a good game of Breakout is can I clear one board at least. I can free that other ball. Give me. There we go. Oh, what? Look at this glitch. What is that? The ball is bouncing off an invisible brick. The other ball was freed. My game should not have ended. Alright, I protest. I'm filing a formal complaint with my MP to bring before the Houses of Parliament and file an injunction against Atari for this outrageous bit of coding from 40 years ago. So those are my preferred standalone paddles, but here the original, the OG, if you will, from a whole year ago, from the 4-in-1 pack. A bit stiffer. I mean, it's still smooth, but they are a little bit tighter. There's a little more resistance when you try to turn these. But let's see how they play. Yeah, it's a little more jumpy. It's really weird because the first time I played these games, it wasn't like that. And I can't account for it. I really can't. But let's just do the original mode. Maybe I'm just more forgiving. I don't know. The proof in the pudding is going to be on once it speeds up, can I play this game. If the jitter is really bad, then once you get a fast ball in action, you're kind of hosed. The thing jumps around too much. But if it feels true, And mind you, I do acknowledge there's a little bit of stutter happening at low speeds, but when it picks up, I am certainly not going to be using little tentative movements here. Alright. See if I can get it. There we go. Oh, missed that one. So far, jitter recognized. I mean, obviously if it's like a slow speed thing, you can kind of go, whoop, and it'll jump, and you might miss a ball, but once the stuff starts happening, I'm not missing it because of that. I'm missing it because I just, didn't hit the right point when I turned the paddle. I didn't, I missed my mark. Oh, like that. I just moved it in the opposite direction trying to, So, I'm happy. I don't know. Your mileage may vary, etc. Alright. Again. So far, all I can say about the difference between these paddles is that the old ones are stiffer, but I don't find, I definitely think whatever they've done with the I/O chip on the 7800 Plus has got to be helping somehow. I mean, I wouldn't have even tried, I did play Kaboom a bit, but on the 2600 Plus with the 1.0 firmware, I was kind of like, I got other things to do with my time. It just didn't feel like I was getting a fair shake at it. And that is clearly not the case with the 7800. I definitely feel like I can actually play like a game of Kaboom, even if I'm not that good. Obviously. I did manage to pull the first time I played, I was getting like 500 and change, so something's working okay. I really prefer the Super Breakout screen. This thing is so frickin' wide. I mean, oh, I just missed that. Come on. Just so unforgiving sometimes with the orange is the magic color, if I remember correctly. Or actually, wait a minute. Does Breakout have to do the same thing as Super Breakout, where it starts going crazy for Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for 3 lines up? It seems like it's just getting faster anyway. Just because I'm so freaking good. It knows. You can't mess with me. Of course, as soon as I say that, I lose my ball. Let's get going. I want to get it above the rim, as they say. Let's get it into the stratosphere and clear these bricks. Come on, break it. Ah! Nope, yep, orange is super duper fast. Not messing me about. Oh, just off. Just off. Alright, so you're not seeing my finest games of any of these. These are not my finest hour. But I hope it's at least somewhat helpful to see that, the paddle experience on the 7800 Plus is not bad. I mean, it's fine. I have no complaints about this. I'm not sitting here going, gee willikers, I wish there was a firmware update to fix these paddles. I don't regard them as broken. If you're having some crazy amount of jitter or whatever, then I would say you might have a duff pair of paddles. I hope you have fun playing with your Atari this festive period.